Welcome everybody. Let's look at the market. We'll look at the weekly. We'll look at my trade. We'll look at the daily chart. And we'll look at where were the trades of the day. Let's get started here on the weekly chart. You can see this is right here. We're in Tuesday. That candlestick. Let's make this nice and big. So the range for the week so far is still pretty small at about 26. Just a tiny little thing. So far here being on Tuesday, it hasn't eclipsed the all-time high from last week, but it may do that still before this week is over. But that's where we're at right now, just kind of sitting right there. And like I said yesterday, we may see a pause here for a little while. Maybe we get this. Okay. I've been taking small positions here, attempting to make daily profit, but not getting too, not staying in positions long at all, like really quick in and out trades. On the futures product, so there's the supports right there. There's June 16th down there. And we're just going to wait to see how this plays out right in this area. Like I said, been saying, I just want to see how this plays out. And if it goes up, great. We can have a little more confidence. Okay, let's take a look at, we'll do something a little bit different today. We'll look at the daily chart. And when we get to the intraday charts, we'll also look at my trade. All right, here we are on the daily chart. There's the daily candlestick. The range was 25. Yeah, you can see we just came up here and just doing this. Slight bias this way, right? Slight bias upward, but kind of just tracking sideways here. And to me, that makes sense. I don't think you can completely ignore this old cycle. It's kind of naive to think there wouldn't be some kind of pause in energy here. It may real soon here take off. Okay, but it may pause here a little bit or dip a little bit, then take off. Okay. And even though more than likely this was the cycle low way over here, it's kind of naive to think there might not be some kind of pause over here where the original or the old cycle low was. And so I like the idea of just being a little patient through all this. A lot patient, actually. Okay, there isn't any real resistance above where we're at because we're at all-time highs. So we'll wait to see how this plays out. I still think 2025, probably, we're going to see a massive crash in the market in 2025. That's at least a decent probability. Now, whoever is president during that time, yeah, they can make somewhat of a difference, but I don't think they can really stop the economics. I think America's in for a terrible time. And I don't care what the Federal Reserve says. They got nothing. Nobody, and I mean nobody, especially the House of Representatives, who has the power to do something about it, has not talked about this monster. Or they talk about it, but you know how it is in the House and the Senate. Talk is cheap. And if this isn't resolved, which I don't think it will be, forget about it. Just forget about it. Banana Republic stuff. We're already there, folks. In case you were wondering, America, in some ways, is a banana republic. Now, as I said before, we have a lot of great natural resources. So that's one of the things we have to our benefit. Okay. But as far as currency and all this stuff goes, yeah, right, okay. The dollar is not worth the paper it's printed on, in case you were wondering. All right, the only thing holding up the dollar, guys, is faith. Strictly that the American people have faith in that greenback. But that could be gone like, just with a breeze. Okay, let's take a look at the intraday charts. And for members, of course, pay attention to the nightly email. Last night I said today I thought would be a down day. It was barely an up day. It was an up day though. Opened up at 31s, closing at 44. So it was up about 12, 13 points. 13 points, I guess. 12, 13 points. So sometimes, you can't always get it right. But also, this energy right now just seems to be low. There's low energy in the market for the indices. The gold market, that's a different story. That puppy's on fire. The gold market has eclipsed 2,400 again. And yeah, it's in blast off mode. Pretty awesome. Lots of opportunities in gold. Okay, so like I said, I think these dates out here are still relevant. And we just need to be patient to see how this works out as we get over into this area. Okay, let's look at the intraday charts and see where were the trades of the day. All right, so this is the 5-minute chart, and I just kind of took a screenshot here in the snipping tool of a trade I made. I made $200 today. Super happy camper. It was a pretty big position, but it was a very quick in and out trade. It was a scalp, and I took it right here at the open, and that was it. That's the only trade I did the whole day. And my goal, as I said to the members, I think I mentioned this yesterday, was $1,000 this week. So far so good. Yesterday I think it was $200. Today it was $200. Yeah, just keep going. If I find a trade in here that I've got the time and the energy and the confidence that it's gonna, I can let this big position run a little bit, then I will. But with a big position like this, you really got to be super careful. So I'm perfectly okay with scalps. So that's my trade, and that's where I took advantage of it. And no, I didn't use a Gatus Plus indicator here because I kind of did. It was over here. Yeah, I kind of did. I saw it right there, pre-market, and it ran out of gas down in here. And I'm like, okay, here comes the intraday. Let's see what it does. And sure enough, it gave me this decent candlestick right there. And yeah, I grabbed a point, I grabbed my profits, and that's it. That's all I did the whole day. And some of you are going to say, oh my gosh, you mean you missed out on all this? I didn't really miss out. I just didn't participate. There's a difference. I willfully didn't trade this. Not because it's bad, because I just chose not to do it. Okay, but you easily could have just, on a smaller position where the risk is lower, unlike the one I did, what was a big position for my account. But if I was trading one contract or a 2-contract position, let's say, I might let this sucker run. Okay, so there's a lot of different ways you can trade. And I might have made $300,000, $400,000, $500,000, $600,000, $700,000 right in here. Okay, I've done that many times, made over $1,000 in a day. Okay. So that's definitely one of the trades of the day is that one right there, and waiting patiently for this to do its thing on the opening bell. All right. Now you can see there's one right here that turned out really good, right? To the moon. Beautiful. Yeah. Even this one was super nice. Right here at 940, because the market's been choppy, ended up being a nice short side trade, two-way trade. Today was definitely two-way trading. So you had this one, number one here, which is the one I traded. I just traded it as a scalp. Okay, let's do these together. This was the number one trade of the day right here on the 5-minute chart. A little bit patient to let this do its thing. Okay. The number 2 trade was this one to the short side. And you would know that because this is elevated, but you got to wait for it to break below the red line. And when it does, boom. But this is telling you, hey, be prepared for a possible trade. Okay. This is a trade right here, but it's a little bit harder. But it is doable. But we're going to stop right there on the 5-minute chart. So those are 2 trades in the 5-minute chart that are really solid. They're like really nice, solid trades. Pretty easy to pick out. We're going to switch over to the 15-minute chart, and I'm going to show you another trade of the day. And that one, believe it or not, is right here. Now, a lot of people can say, well, which way would you trade this? I mean, initially, you think you could go short, and you could. It wouldn't be great, but you could. Okay, you could go short from that right about in there. We'll call it. This happened to be like 32.5. It only came down to 30, so it wasn't great. Okay, this would be a perfect example where you expected the market to do a decent pullback, but it only did a 1 or 2 point pullback. You made a little bit of money and you had to get out. Okay, but looking at this trade, there's something about this trade that tells me to be cautious about going short. The real catch here was long. And how would I know that? Because you can see right here, you have positive momentum. You see that? You got to know where the momentum is. Right, we had this massive run up here, and momentum went positive. So when you get this plus indicator, to me, even though usually we would trade short off this SMI, I'd be very careful because we had very strong momentum down here. What does that tell me? Just be patient, wait for it to curl up and take advantage of this run up. And that's where the real trade was right there. So this signal is fine. You just have to have a better understanding and a slightly advanced understanding of how to make use of it along with momentum in the SMI. Sometimes it isn't just read the SMI. You have to look at the momentum too. Okay, so this was actually a good trade. It's a little bit more of an advanced trade. Let's say in this trade you made a mistake. You either made a point or two or broke even or a small loss. And you know when it turns up and goes up, it's probably going to be pretty strong. And it was because of positive momentum. It's above the purple line here, right? Whatever color this is, lavender, whatever you want to call it. And it took off. Nice. Okay, and that was a good solid, I don't know, maybe 5 points. For a day like today, which the range was small, 5 points is a good trade. Okay. So those are the trades of the day right there, guys and gals. I made mine early in the morning, right? Pretty much within a few minutes after the opening bell. And I already made up my mind what I wanted to do for the day. I met my goal. I was done. And I think that's a great way to trade. Don't worry about, I didn't catch everything. And my theme this week and even last week has been, don't be in a hurry to trade. Wait for the most premium times to trade, then trade it. Set a goal, achieve it, be done with it. End of the week, tally up the profits, happy camper. You can even take some out of the brokerage account and bank it, right? Maybe you pay bills with it. Maybe you put it into a savings account. Maybe you do something else with it. Okay, whatever. All right. For those who want to know how to become a member, stick around to the end. Everybody else, hope you enjoyed the video. So if you want to become a member, that is awesome. Join the team, or join the community, I should say. The community has been slowly growing and getting bigger and bigger and bigger, little by little. And the streaming charts are down here. There's a link in the description just below this video. And it's a discord.com link. There's some instructions in there, so just take your time, read the instructions. Then click on the link. It'll bring you to get a server. Then click on server shop. And guys and gals, $7.99 a month. I mean, you saw my trade today, right? Yes, it was a big position. And it was excuse me, that trade was literally 5 seconds. Maybe a little longer, sorry. That trade was about 20 seconds. That's how long I was in the market today, 20 seconds. Now, for me, that was a fairly big position. Not everybody can do that. Okay, my point is that there's a lot of ways to profit in the market. Okay, join the service, use the service to your advantage, be patient, and I believe, my opinion is, you can become a very good trader over time and start making some decent bank. Okay, the streaming charts are down here. They stream 24 hours a day, 5 days a week. Those are the futures for the S&P 500. You get the 5-minute to 15-minute and the 1-hour chart here. The Get Us Plus indicator that we looked at today in the trades of the day are on those charts, so really nice. There's also on the hourly chart, there's cycles. And the cycles have been pretty good. They're not always perfect, but they're often pretty good. All right. When you join, just ask me in the member chat, hey, Get Us, where is the link for the gold streaming charts? Because I have streaming charts for gold too. I've had several members popping in and out of gold. I got 1 or 2 members that traded almost every day. And you have several members who've been checking it out, jumping in and out. They're probably contemplating making trades. That's great. Get on the gold server, because I think gold, to be honest with you, is a better product to trade right now than S&P 500. S&P 500 is tracking sideways. Gold has more volatility. And we all know that you need volatility, generally speaking, to make money. Okay. Futures again today absolutely dominated options. This is the beauty of futures. You can make money almost in any market. So ask me about Goldstream and I'll give it to you when you join, okay? Both of those, the S&P 500 and the Goldstream, have their own alerts channels, so you can just right-click on either one of these or both if you want and turn notifications on. Premium symbols, every day I put premium symbols in this channel. There's future symbols in there, optionable stocks, shorts, and industries. They're all in there. Really nice. I think it's all natural gas in there. One of my members likes to trade natural gas. I don't even know if they maybe even pulled the symbols from there. I don't know. But they trade natural gas from time to time. And there are other just great symbols in there. The Get It's Only Post channel. This is where I post the video, the daily video, Monday through Thursday, and occasionally on Fridays. Okay, so you can just go right in that channel and you can watch the daily video that I put out, like the one I'm doing now. Also, every night, I notify the members in this channel, notify everybody, hey, the emails are going out, a nightly email. And speaking of the nightly email, when you join, put your email address right here in this channel, and you'll get a nightly email Monday through Thursday. That's the daily chart of the S&P 500. It has the daily cycles on there. It has the support resistance lines on there. And I give usually a small paragraph of my opinion about what I think the market's going to do the next day. Fixed income, I just put a corporate bond in there the other day. Corporate bond is a type of fixed income. One of my members asked about it. They said, hey, how I posted a bond in there I thought might be a good deal. It was at a discount. I thought the yield to maturity was decent. One of my members asked me about it. Okay, I do that from time to time. So pretty cool. In this economy, if you can pull down 9 or 10% yield to maturity, okay, on a discounted bond that might have an okay rating, that might be a risk worth taking. Okay. So that's a cool channel that occasionally I post stuff in. And then these two channels, we just talk about regular chat. Okay, S&P 500 chat and regular chat. When you join, ask me for the new members video right here in the member chat. Say, hey, get us, where's the new members video? And I'll give it to you. It's a pretty good video. It talks about how I use the indicators on my own service. I use my own service, believe it or not. It isn't just something I made for other people to use. I actually use it. I look at the streaming charts pretty much all day long. And if I think there's opportunities, I'll trade it. Kind of like I did this morning. Okay, that's why it went from me doing this privately, just in my own home office here, and I turned it into a business. I made it inexpensive so people could participate. That means $8 a month. Okay, and now other people get to enjoy the same benefits I do by using the service. Okay, I'm not gonna give those stuff away for free, but my goodness, guys and gals, this is so cheap it's almost give it away for free, right? Everybody that joins says it's an amazing deal for $8 a month. I mean, I there might have been a few people that came and went. The deals are usually the impatient ones, or the ones with big egos that want to pretend like they're the boss of the server, and I have to tell them, hey, look, calm down, and then they run off and get offended and leave. But everybody else is pretty cool. All right, so don't be that person. Don't be that easily offended person. Just come, enjoy. It's a very conservative server. Okay, we don't really get into hot debates. I don't really allow that on this server. Okay, so lastly, let's talk about the rules. If you break the rules, you're going to get in trouble, I'm going to tell you. Hey, cut it out. And I'm going to delete your content if you start doing stupid stuff. So what are the rules? Well, the refund rules are in here. Okay, so make sure you read the refund rules. There's also a disclaimer in there that I am not a financial advisor. I do not give financial advice. Everything on this server, whether it's me or anybody else that's posting, is strictly educational purposes only. The same with my videos like the one I'm doing right now. Okay, and that's the way it's got to be. Okay, you have to be the owner of your own trades. Take responsibility for your own trades. Okay, I used to actually do a little bit of trading for other people. I stopped doing it because it's a pain in the butt. I don't do that anymore. So you're responsible for your own trades. All right, you do it. This way you'll learn and you'll grow. If I'm doing it for you, you're just like flying in the dark. You don't want that. Okay, you want to learn how to do it for yourself. Because one day, guess what? I might shut down this service, go play golf. Well, yeah, I like golf. I might, I don't know, work on some of my inventions. I might do old man stuff, okay? Drive around my cool old pickup truck, right, with my dog. Yes, I know it sounds very country, but I'm a Texan. What more do you want? Okay, the easy life. Right, there's going to come a day as an old man, I might not bother doing this stuff. So join the servers, learn how to use it, become a good trader. Okay. All right. And let's see what else. Let's see. I covered the refund rules. Oh, I covered a disclaimer, not a financial advisor. Lastly, there's a rule in there about be nice. Be respectful to everybody on the server. Do not treat people badly. I won't tolerate that. Just be kind, be nice. We're going to get along great. Okay, I'm a conservative. I'm a Christian. That's the nature of the server. I know a lot of you probably hate that stuff. You hate Christians. That's fine. That's your business. Okay, but it doesn't mean you can't join. Just don't bring your leftist garbage on my server because I'm not going to tolerate it. I'll delete it. Okay, if you're going to be a really obnoxious person and just like coming in here trying to be a jerk, like I said earlier, I'm going to delete your content, and then I might have to kick you. And if you're really a big jerk, I got to ban you. Okay, and remember, read the refund rules. I don't want to hear any crying. Read it. All right. But if you know how to come in and just behave and use the service like it's supposed to be used for trading instead of being a troll and all that stuff, then we're going to get along really good. I believe you're going to probably make some nice bank and just be a happy camper. Don't worry about whether I'm a Christian or not. If you don't like that, just keep it to yourself, okay? All right? We might have some little heated debates occasionally, but for the most part, the server's pretty laid back and pretty respectful, okay? All right, that pretty much covers everything. Happy trading, everybody. God bless everybody. Talk to you all real soon again next time.